So now we have an equation to solve where x is located inside parentheses that are being squared. In order for us to solve for x, we first have to get those parentheses squared isolated. And we can see here that the minus 13 is outside of those parentheses on the left side, so we're going to start by getting rid of the minus 13 by doing a plus 13 on each side of the equation. That leaves us with x plus 5 squared equals 16. The next thing we need to do to be able to solve for x is we really need to get rid of this squaring. And the way we undo squaring is to take the square root. So on both sides of the equation, we are going to take the square root. On the left side, the square root and the squaring undo each other, and it leaves us with just x plus 5. And then on the right side, we can just calculate the square root of 16, and the square root of 16 is 4. Now, before we go on, we have to really think about what this step here in yellow is saying about x. So this part here in yellow is saying that x plus 5, when we square it, we're supposed to get 16. And so by square rooting, we can see that x plus 5, if it's equal to 4, that's going to work, because if x plus 5 is equal to 4, 4 squared is going to give us 16. But remember, there's another number we could square to get 16, and that number is negative 4. So really, this x plus 5, if it's equal to 4, 4 squared is equal to 16. But if this x plus 5 is equal to negative 4, negative 4 squared is also 16. So we actually have to explore both possibilities. I'm going to show that here in my steps by putting a plus or minus in front of the 4. So what we have here is a statement saying that x plus 5 could be equal to 4 or it could be equal to negative 4. And really, any time within a solving process, if you introduce a square root in the solving process, you're also going to have to introduce that plus or minus symbol to account for all possibilities. So now that leaves us with two separate equations to solve, because x plus 5 could be 4, or x plus 5 could be negative 4. And then these are easy to solve. We'll just subtract 5 on both sides. And over here, we can see that x is equal to negative 1. Subtracting 5 on both sides over here, we can see that x is equal to negative 9. So we have two solutions to this problem. X equals negative 1 and x equals negative 9. Just to be sure, I'm going to go ahead and do a quick check of the answers once more. So checking my work over here. The original problem says x plus 5 squared minus 13 is equal to 3. So I'll try my first solution, negative 1. So negative 1 plus 5 squared minus 13 is supposed to be equal to 3. And let's see, negative 1 plus 5, well that's 4. And 4 squared is 16. 16 minus 13, that's 3. So that answer checks out. Checking our second answer of negative 9. Negative 9 plus 5 squared minus 13. Well, negative 9 plus 5, that's negative 4. Negative 4 squared is 16. And 16 minus 13 is 3. So we can see that our answers do check out. We have two answers, x equals negative 1 and x equals negative 9.